The reason why there are two spellings of the word whiskey is quite simply because of a man named Aeneas Coffey. Now, Aeneas Coffey, back in the 1800s, made a new type of still, which we now know is the continuous still, or still called the coffee still, quite frankly. And this allowed for the distillation of lots and lots of liquid very, very quickly into very, very high strength alcohol. Now, first, he tried to introduce this to Ireland, and they weren't having any of it. They basically said that their single pot method produced a far superior spirit with lots more flavour, and they didn't want to have anything to do with it. So Aeneas took this to Scotland, and in Scotland he had great success and sold it to many, many distilleries who started making what we now call blended Scotch whisky. So making a nice single malt whisky, then blending it down with this other spirit in order to produce huge amounts with not quite the same flavour profile as a single malt whisky. Thing is, you can produce a lot of it and sell it quite cheaply. Now, this produced a schism in the whisky world between Scotland and Ireland. So what Ireland did is they took the word whiskey and added an E to separate themselves out away from the Scottish, who they deemed to be making an inferior product. And why is whiskey with an E in the States? Well, they just wanted to pinch a little bit of the Irish prestige, quite frankly. They saw Irish whiskey as a far better product, and so they wanted other people to also think theirs was a far better product. And so whiskey in America, or well, whiskey in the United States, and whiskey in Ireland are spelt the same, simply due to a little bit of pettiness between Ireland and Scotland about 200 years ago.